Hello, I'm Leela Viss, and I'm really excited about this summer. This summer, 88 Creative Keys is going to have a workshop here in Denver, Colorado. And part of that workshop will be a day dedicated to the business side of your studio. And if you have any kind of questions about how to grow a studio, how to hire teachers, how to just develop a policy and tuition that works for you to make a viable income, I highly recommend that you join us this summer. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about my special guest. Deborah Perez is her name, and I want you to realize that I'm good friends with her thanks to a wonderful time that I had with her last summer when she joined us at 88 Creative Keys workshop. And there, she took on a different role. She was talking all about how to use her curriculum, her creative curriculum and method book in order to engage students in a group setting and help them improvise and take lead sheets and make them come to life with wonderful orchestrations. And it was so fun visiting with her. We would drive to the workshop every morning, and one of the things that we really discovered was this workshop, 88 Creative Keys workshop, has so much power and gives people so many ideas, and it ends up setting their studio apart, and then they need tools to equip themselves to build even a bigger and better studio. And they need advice from business experts. And so this year at 88 Creative Keys, Debra, along with 3 esteemed teachers, are going to be joining us on the 4th day and offering a whole entire day geared towards building your business, growing your business. And I'm so excited to have Debra here to tell us more about that. So Debra, I'm going to hand the screen over to you, and why don't you share a little bit more about yourself? Just so everyone knows, I want to step back just for a second and let you know that I feel that Debra is the pioneer of the RMM movement, the recreational music making movement. And if that name sounds familiar, it's because of that. She's been around for a while and knows what she's doing, and we're so grateful for her expertise. So go ahead and tell us a little bit more about yourself, Debra, and then let's move into learning more about the Music Mentor Group.
Well, thank you. Yes, I have been just very excited about the RMM programs ever since they started. And I'm so happy that I got to be a part of that. And I've been working on that project, gosh, since 2006, I think. And then prior to that, I was already teaching with that same philosophy in groups. And just kind of fell under the umbrella of that, and then curriculum came out of it and training, and it's just a really wonderful thing. It's been a very satisfying part of my life and my career. I found out early on that I really enjoyed training teachers and mentoring young teachers, especially college students that are, they're studying and they have all this knowledge, but they haven't had the experience yet, just how to do that. And so I've just always been very interested in helping others grow and make their dream come true. So, when I met the other 3 members, Kathy, Robin, Natalia, we have a great story. We actually met online. I had never met any of these ladies until we met in Dallas a couple years ago. And we've been working together, building this business ourselves, building our, learning how to build a business together. Since for about 2 years, and we have only been in the same physical space twice in those 2 years. Everything else, we've created our friendships, our collaboration, helping other people. It's all been online. It's just been fabulous. I've just enjoyed it so much. So that's why we are so excited to be with you guys. I was thinking about what you and Bradley have done, and just this community of people that you're building, and then that you allowed me to come and be a part of that last year was just really awesome. And I know I can speak on behalf of the other 3 mentors that we are super excited about coming. It's our first conference to do together. And so what that means is we're just like really working hard on it, and we're excited, and we're just trying to figure out what is the absolute, most helpful thing that we can do for our fellow colleagues in that one day.
Well, I'm sure they're in for a treat. I can't wait to hear more about what you're going to do. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, yes, I can. I'd be happy to. Before we got on, I was just thinking about the word mentor, and how, yes, it works. It fits in our education backgrounds, because we think of master, teacher, mentor us. It's always someone older when we were in college kind of thing. But, in the business world, business mentors, there's a lot of programs like that. It's very, very common. It's not as common in the education world when it's done the way it's done in the business world. You think of life coaches and those types of things. But since in our education training and everything, I don't know about you, but I didn't take any business courses.
Absolutely not. I would have just been bent over backwards to do something like what you're offering, because I had to just guess.
Yeah, guess, try to figure it out, study, read. That's what I've been doing. I always knew I would be in music, but I didn't know that I was going to own 2 music stores, 2 music schools, help other people build schools. I had no idea. So, I had to just learn all of that. And, but then one of the things that's so different too, I think for us to think about is mentoring. And what we've discovered in the work that we've done so far the last 2 years, all different age groups, all different backgrounds. Mm-hmm. So it's not just this thing where we're mentoring young people that don't know anything yet. It's not that at all. It's experienced teachers, like yourself. I mean, you know what you're doing. You're successful at what you're doing. But those business things, you've had to learn and figure out. And so teachers are coming to us, colleagues are coming to us and saying, I have this dream, I have this thing I want to do. They're already successful, but they want more. Mm-hmm. And, I know that feeling too. But how to get from that space to the next step. And, there's a ton of information out there. But what's different about what we're doing is it's more a mentoring, where we're just like hand in hand, let's figure this thing out together.
So it sounds like you're much more personalized in some ways too. It's not a cookie cutter here, follow this list and you'll be good to go. You're going to listen to where someone's at and take them further.
Yes. And again, one of the neat and unique things about the 4 of us working together is we're all women. How about that? And successful at what we did. We all came out of the same similar education background, had no idea what to do, but we figured it out, right? So if you think about myself, my specialty is building RMM programs, group teaching. That's my expertise. So I have that. I've had anywhere from 400 to 600 students a month, coming through our 2 schools, through the years, and taught all different ages, levels, ways. And then Kathy is in Austin, and she has her doctorate degree, and she is extremely bright, and I just love the way that she thinks and explains things. Very tech savvy, has a very successful studio with strings and voice and flute and multi-instrument. Natalia is the youngest of the group. Well, I get to be the oldest, so I guess that I get to be the wise one, they said, which is funny. But here she is. She learned how to run a business from home. She figured out how to run a studio without having to be there every moment of the day. Mm. So now she consequently has 2 studios on the East Coast, and now she's in LA starting a studio, and she's in New York City right now because they're getting ready for a big event that she's doing this weekend. So here she is, and her studio is all piano, high-level teaching. So she's bringing that to the table. And then Robin, who is a music therapist, and her husband also own a store, and they have 500 students a week coming through their business, all different instruments. And so when we discuss a topic or someone's question or someone's place that they're trying to figure out, you know, what space to get, how many teachers, who to hire first, you're not just talking to one person. You've got 4 people giving you experience, and it's just, I think it's a really strong characteristic of what we're offering.
Oh, definitely. And I think there's a big bonus that you all come from a different background and different experience.
It's true. It's true, because we have just like a little different take, or we've tried something different that worked. So the mentee then has 4 things to choose from that works. But then the real magic happens in the true collaboration, which is we'll come up with ideas that are kind of a blend of 2 people or something that no one ever thought of yet. And to me, that's the beautiful part of it. And, you know, I learned that a long time ago that, sure, I can do some good things, but when I start connecting with other people, then we can actually take it to the next step. I can do greater things. I can end up helping and reaching more people when it's just not me.
Definitely. And I think you hit on the word connect. And isn't that part of building a business, is making the right connections?
It is.
It sounds like whoever signs up, whoever attends, I think you know from experience from last year is that you never lose connections with those people again. If something changes when you attend that workshop, and that's what you're going to offer with the people that come to your workshop. So tell us a little bit more about how they're going to connect with each one of you.
Okay, so we're planning for an interactive day. So we're not just going to stand up there and lecture, because that's not our style at all. Kind of the big picture of the day is we'll kind of decide where everybody is in their dream and their plan. And then by the end of the day, by the time everyone leaves, we plan for each person to have in their hand, in their folder, on their iPad somewhere, the next steps when they get home. Because don't you find this even when you go to conferences? I mean, you're just like, you're engulfed in it and you're into it, and you get home and then you're like, okay, I got to start teaching. I got to go back to work. I got to do my stuff. And then the implementation step doesn't happen, which is the most important part. Because then, you know, so what we want to do is take maybe the thoughts, the dreams, the ideas that people have, get them on paper, start organizing, bring focus, have an action plan, so that when they get home, they can begin to move their dream out of their head, out of their heart, into reality.
And I like the word focus. So tell us a little bit more about some of the things that you think people are going to be coming and looking for, and what they should be focusing on. I mean, that's an interesting thing in itself. You know, we think, okay, I want this, but maybe you guys are going to see, you 4 experts will see that, okay, you need to focus in on whatever. So tell us some things that they may have access to and learn from you as far as what to focus on.
Yeah, exactly. That's so important, because you can get the cart before the horse. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's okay to, you want to have paint a picture of your ideal business. What would you like your business to look like in 5 years? You know, that's good. But then it's the small steps that you take that get you there. Because that's another thing, the 4 of us will share with everybody is how we started. I mean, I had absolutely no idea I would be sitting today where I am when I started this over 25 years ago. So, you know, that's really interesting. And it's good to know, because oftentimes we look at people who are successful and we think, I could never do that. But you really can. You really can if you have a plan. So we're going to help kind of dig through all the information and say, this is the first place to start. I mean, you have to have a location. Where are you going to do this deal? You know, are you going to get out of your home? Are you going to go to a shopping area? Are you going to a standalone building? Where are you going to go to an art school and be a part of that? You know, where are you going to go? What kind of money capital should you have? Although I'll tell you, I didn't really have much when I started. I just had a lot of big plans.
Well, and I think that's where most people are. And that's what's scary, because like I don't have capital to invest. So what am I going to do to get there? And having that experience, all four of you probably had the same experience or something similar. And I think that's reassuring. That's going to help someone who's just getting off their feet.
Yeah, and we all approached it differently, from loans to, to nothing, to small savings, to mortgaging the house. I mean, we all did something different. And so, and then, the marketing part of it, again, we have a sea of information out there, an ocean of information on marketing. So what is it going to take? You were talking about the creative things that happen at your workshop. And, it's a different way of teaching these things that were, the off bench, the improvisation, the balancing the eye and the ear. I mean, that's a different offering. It's like a different philosophy. How are you going to go back and market that? How can you make that clear to differentiate yourself from everybody else with their shingle out, right? The marketing portion of it, which that was actually our first course that we wrote, was on marketing. We got that out already, and we're just about ready to release the team building one. We've been working on that. We've got a 6-video, I think there's 5 or 6 worksheets, and a ton of bonus material. This is another benefit that they'll get by being there on Saturday with us. We're not afraid to share. We are not afraid to share. I mean, they're just ideas, but we're sharing things that we've actually used, in our marketing, in our internal marketing, within our studios, how to build from within. We just share all that to the people that are members.
So let's make it clear, when they come for the day, they'll have access to you 4, but then it doesn't stop there. So explain a little bit more about what the Music Mentor Group offers above and beyond the Saturday.
Thank you. Yes. Well, of course, we're continuing to do, when we got together in Austin last year, we actually created 5 different courses, and we're just releasing them one at a time. And so that's something someone can buy and have and relook at and restudy. But a really neat thing that we're doing is a mastermind group. And so you can be a part of that. And there's 2 pieces to that. First of all, on the second Friday of every month, we meet and we have a topic. And the 4 of us prepare a teaching and we share on this topic. And then the following week, it's a true mastermind session where we all talk, and everybody brings their individual questions that have to do with where they're at. And we talk about them, and not just the 4 of us. Just this last one we did, it was really awesome because the people on the call, the teachers on the call, began helping each other and giving ideas. And I love that when that happens. So that's the second piece to it. And of course, we have a private Facebook group where we also share lots of documents and marketing materials and ideas within the group there. And then we're also offering private consultations, which we've been doing all over the country with people of all different types of studios, not just piano, voice, combination. Anybody that has clients like we do that take weekly lessons, this information works for. Matter of fact, I actually think I could sell it to the lady that does my hair. She, just talking to her, she's started her new business. She doesn't know what to do, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, same thing, right?
Right. Just selling a different product.
Just a different product. Yeah, we get to sell a lifestyle product, which is actually, that's where the power is, right?
Right, exactly.
Changing lives with what we're doing. So what happens when someone goes from a single owner business to multi-teacher? You're basically just learning how to spread your vision and your philosophy to more people. Because now, instead of just you reaching the maybe 50, I don't know, I know some teachers privately reach 100. I don't know how to do that, but they do. But other than that, you can even go farther. You can reach many, many more. And then the third area that we're really going to hit on good is operational systems, because this one I learned the hard way. If I could go back and do over, I would take a do-over on this one, because I would put my systems into place much earlier. I remember thinking, well, when I get a little bigger, I'll do database and I'll have my student, management system and all this stuff. And that was a mistake. And so we like to help people get that figured out early on. It doesn't mean you won't change as you grow, but early on to get things, procedures and policies in place right away.
So we get to learn from all of your mistakes, correct?
Absolutely. That's the bottom line, right?
Good. Tell us more about where we can find Music Mentor Group. Where should someone go look if we want to learn more about you?
Well, the musicmentorgroup.com is where the courses are and the mastermind offerings. And of course, we have a Facebook page of the same. And they'll see if they go there. We are talking about a couple special offerings that we have for the day, the business day. And one of them I think is pretty cool, because if you come and you have a friend that would like to come with you, we will actually reward you with a free month into the Mastermind Group. And so you can come and you can be in the teaching, and you can also ask, submit questions, and you can check out our Facebook group for that month for free and see. Nice. And then the other piece is the student discount for college students. And I have had the honor of training a lot of college students through the years, teach them how to teach group, give them their first chance to be in a classroom with children, a real learning experience. And the other ladies are just of like mind. And so we would like to tell college students in the area there that, can drive and not have to spend a lot of money and come stay with us for the day. $75, that's it for the day. And even if they don't think that, or that they don't know what they're going to do after college, just come and learn and see what the options are. Leave with an action plan that maybe in 5 years you pull out of a book and say, here, I'm ready. I mean, you just never know.
And you're absolutely correct. For a month's worth of Starbucks coffee, you could get information that could lead to your own business.
Yeah.
And again, coming fresh out of college, I was, just blindsided. I didn't really know what I was doing. And it just would be so nice to have had someone to walk alongside me. And just listening to you now, I would just think that people coming for the day would feel comfortable and comforted and knowing that they're in the right place.
Yes.
So we're excited to have you. Any other things you'd like to mention?
Is the altitude still the same there? What can I do before I come?
Drink lots of water, hydrate, because your skin will dry up. But yeah, water, and then some more water, because we don't have the beautiful ocean that I know you see every day. Yes, be prepared for water, and it will be warm. The sun is hot. It's not humid, but the sun is hot here.
Oh, I can't wait. It's a really nice situation that you have there for everybody. The college, they're so open-armed and just so helpful. It was really wonderful to be there last year. I loved every day, every minute of it, and it's going to be even better this year.
As it always is. That's our goal, is to make it better and better every year. And we're really excited again about this year. We'll have Tim Topham there along with us from Australia, so he'll bring in an international flair.
Oh,
and then, yes, with you four there, I think it's just an unbeatable combination. I'm just really excited. I think the other thing that sets us apart is this is, number one, a pedagogy event in a lot of ways. It is teaching teachers or helping teachers, walking alongside teachers. And then it's also small enough that you are not going to get lost in the crowd. I mean, if you want to remain anonymous, this probably is not the place for you. But if you want full access to all of us, then this is the place for you. And if you want some new best friends, you'll find them here. I know that.
Yes, and also if anyone has just any questions they want to ask me directly about the day, just info@themusicmentor.com.
Excellent. All right, Deborah, I think we crossed all our T's, dotted all our I's. And yes, adhcreativekeys.com will give you more information about the workshop this summer. It is July 19 through 22. So the first 3 days are dedicated to learning more about creativity, how to teach creatively, And then the fourth day is geared and targeted towards business. And it's a great combination because you're going to have such fabulous creative skills and you're going to want to implement them and you're going to want to set yourself apart. And then we'll have that fourth day to help you figure out how you're going to do that. All right, Deborah, thanks so much for joining me. And I can't wait to spread the news about this to everyone. We'll see you. Yes, we'll see you in July.
Yes, see you soon.
Okay, very good. Thanks again.
You bet.
Bye.